When you whatever. When you whatever. When you whatever. When you whatever. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ty Flexington.
It's your girl. It's your girl.
It's your girl.
You know who it is. You already know who it is.
You know who it is. You
it's
heard.
Ladybug. Hello.
Hey, and you back here. Welcome back with another video for our podcast on It's a Flex Thing. It's been a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on these past few weeks, especially in like the media. Like we got the whole Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion thing. You got this whole Jada and Will thing. It's crazy. So I wanted to tap in a little bit to this whole Jada and August and Will. It's crazy, right, babe? What you heard? I know you heard about it.
Entanglement with August.
Entanglement with August. Entanglement with August. Entanglement with August.
Let me stop. Anyway, but nah, though. Seriously, though.
That song kind of catchy though. If y'all ever heard the remix, they
did a little Jersey club to it.
Yeah,
so
you know, Jersey. But anyway, it's a crazy situation. It's unfortunate that they got to be aired out all on live TV like this. I really think that August could have handled that a different way. I feel like as a man, you can't be kissing and telling, my brother. Bro. You can't be kissing and telling.
Can't do that.
You don't approve of that either, huh? Coming from a lady, you don't like that?
Why would you want to go and tell somebody else what you doing with another woman? Like, that's supposed to be between you and the woman. That's why I said that niggas talk more than bitches. They really do. They really do. But he could have kept that to himself. He should have never told Angela that John. Like, he should have kept that to himself. If you really wanted the world to know about. Well, if Jada really wanted the world to know, she would have said something. She would have said it herself, but
yeah, you can't come out of it. He tried to blame it on his mental health, saying that he was tired of like holding all with his emotions in, and he just aired it all out, man. He didn't even let her know. He didn't give her a heads up that you were going to be talking about that on the Angela Yee podcast, and just to outright just say that, I think that's messed up, man. You just tarnished kind of the family name a little bit. You made them look crazy out here. And then on top of that, he lied and he said that Will gave him the approval that he could talk to Jada on the low. Like, man, that's a lie, because on the Red Table Talk, Jada's like, nah, that didn't go down like that. That was my decision to have the entanglement with August. You know what I'm done. So, like, yo, why you out here not only just airing her out and airing Will out, you lying on top of that, man.
You're lying on your name, their name. Like, come on now. You can't be doing that, bro. August was good with you, bro. You can't be doing that, bro.
You can't be doing that,
That's kissing and telling, man. You can't be kissing and telling, man. That's just too much to be doing.
That's the #1 rule, man.
And with a man and a woman, don't kiss and tell. That's no.
Man, yeah, like, yo, you can't be doing that, man. I listen. I can understand where you're coming from, though. Like, being a young dude out here, like, you smashing Jada Pinkett Smith. That's Will Smith's wife. Like, I would have told the homies or something. Nah, no disrespect to you, but I would have told the homies if I was single or something. But I'm not going to tell the whole world. Like, you don't do that, man. You don't do that. I was looking at this cover story from Good Morning America, and they were going deep into, you know, the whole situation more. And Jada didn't even tell. You know, she didn't even tell Will about the entanglement with August. She just outright just did it. Like, she didn't want to. And
the reason why she did it, she was like, oh, we were separated. It doesn't matter if you guys were separated. At the end of the day, y'all still got them rings on y'all fingers.
Exactly.
Y'all still married. At the end of the day, it does not matter if you guys are separated or y'all still married. So you were supposed to been tell him about that entanglement. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to have been telling him about that. Don't leave your man out in the dust and thinking that he's supposed to you know, read minds and be like, oh, well, is my girl messing with this? Because he was messing with people too. You can't, but he didn't air it out and say, oh yeah, such and such. Or the girl that he was messing with ain't air it out and say, yeah, I was messing with Will. Like,
they said he was messing with his ex, right?
Yeah, he was messing with one of his ex, but he didn't air it out and say, oh yeah, he was messing with one of his exes and whatnot.
And neither did the ex. The ex didn't come out of nowhere and be like, yeah, I'm talking to Will. Like, yo, that's just mad corny. Why it had to go in that direction? You know,
it was just that's just too much. I feel like people should, in any relationship, you married, or if you and your boyfriend on a break or whatever the case may be, and y'all decide y'all want to go out and do whatever it is that y'all want to do with the next person, it's always good to let your spouse know, like, yo, I did such and such, because you don't want to bring back your man no AIDS, you don't want to bring back your man no type of disease, you don't want your man to be out there fighting because you done did some crap. Like, it's always good to tell your partner what you do.
I agree.
Because if you don't, then how you expect your relationship to survive if you not telling your man what you're doing? It goes married or not, tell your man what's going on.
It goes back to our last episode, you know, our last podcast when we were talking about communication skills. You know, we're gonna get into that though. But you know, I just want to talk a little bit more about it. Jada was talking about like how she felt broken and she felt like she needed something else. She was seeking something outside of the relationship, and she ended up finding out that it really wasn't what she expected. But that's something that you gotta communicate with your husband. You know what I'm saying?
That you're not feeling the same way how y'all felt when y'all first met.
And like you said, even when you're separated, y'all still have vows. Y'all still are married. You still have a family that you gotta represent for at the end of the day. You still got Willow, and you still got Jaden. You don't want to make your kids look crazy out here. Like, what's going on with mommy and daddy? Why they making our family look like this? You don't want to put pressure on them. You don't want people talking about them in a negative way based off of y'all actions. You know, so I wish they handled it a little bit different, especially since you know, I really have respect for Will and Jada too. You know,
I have respect for August too. I have respect for him, but boy, you should never air that out. You should have kept that to yourself, man. Yeah. You should have kept that to yourself.
If you have mental illnesses, then you need to talk to a psychologist. You know, you need to talk to a therapist. You need to, you know, handle it maybe low key. You don't have to talk about something like that on a big major platform. Like Angela Yee, she's a big podcaster. She's well known in radio. So why would you talk about something so personal with a lady that's everywhere?
Yeah, like, why would you feel comfortable talking about that to something? Even though, yes, we all know Angela, we all know her. We don't know her personally, but we know what kind of person she is on the podcast screen. You get what I'm saying? We already know how she is there. So what makes you more comfortable to talk about that with somebody that you barely know like that? And on radio, like.
At the end of the day, all August did was help Angela Yee out and make himself look crazy. Because not only did you mess up the thing, your little entanglement with Jada Pinkett Smith, but now she's not going to trust you. Other women are not going to trust you. You know, you made their family look a little crazy out here. You made yourself look crazy. You made yourself look like, oh, you got so many mental issues that you don't even know how to portray them out to people. You know, you don't know how to channel them. You know, hold some of them in so you won't have to embarrass yourself and embarrass everybody around you, like that you were cool and connected with. Like you just handle it all wrong, man. He handled it all wrong.
He did handle it all wrong. He should have just kept it to himself. And if you felt as though that your mental health was eating you up inside, go and talk to somebody about it, or go talk to a close friend, or
your homies,
one of your homies. I know he got homies. I know you got somebody. But you shouldn't be talking about that stuff on the radio. Exactly. Like, you don't kiss and tell. That's the #1 rule. Like, you don't kiss and tell. Like, like that's for corny. That's for corny people, bro. And I consider him to be a corny ass nigga for that. Like,
but you saw when Will said he gonna get a little payback though, right?
He about to go mess with somebody.
He said it in a joking way, but that boy was.
I feel as though he is gonna go mess with somebody. I feel as though he gonna go mess with somebody because she did her little entanglement. He about to go do his entanglement too.
He said, "Oh, that's the game he playing." Bet.
So you can actually see in the red table talk, he was really hurt. Like, he was really hurt. Like, He was really hurt. You could see it in his eyes, his demeanor and everything. He was hurt. And it's like she was just sitting there like...
And she looked like she wasn't really fazed by it. She looked kind of like she was smiling throughout the interview. She didn't really seem like...
It seemed like she didn't
very
really
compassionate.
care.
Yeah, very compassionate about his feelings. And, you know, that leads me to my next thing. Like, as a teachable lesson, what would you tell our fans or, you know, our viewers on ways they can avoid a situation like this? Like, so they wouldn't have to be in a situation like Will and Jada. I know a lot of us are not celebrities, but just so that we see like different apps where people get aired out about their relationship problems, and they'll talk about it all on social media. To avoid things like that, what would you say would be a good way to avoid it?
If you're having problems within yourself, with your own mental state, go and talk to somebody. Don't go and talk to somebody that you don't know, and they might be the same ones that air out your business. Don't go and talk to somebody that you don't know. Go and talk to somebody that you truly trust and that will keep your secrets. Because what he did, he just talked. He just talked, and he didn't. I don't know.
To somebody random, like a radio host. Like, why would you?
It's not like you knew her on a personal level. Like,
he probably does, but why would you talk about it on camera? That you know she's doing an interview, so you know she's gonna air it out. Like
and you know it, and he knew it was gonna get put out. But besides the fact that the key thing is to
how would you avoid it though?
To avoid that. It's just, if you're doing something with somebody, just keep it on the low. Just keep it on the low. It's no need for you to go and tell whoever it is that you're messing with, and you just go and tell somebody that, hey, I'm going to do this. Like, don't let everybody know your moves, man. That's just
don't kiss and tell, no matter what. No matter what your mental is, there's plenty of ways you can handle it different. So do not kiss and tell, because that just causes more problems. You're going to make other people more upset, and you're probably going to get even more depressed and more mentally unstable, because now you put yourself in a predicament. Now people are looking at you and judging you a kind of way, because you could have just talked about that behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I think they should avoid, so they wouldn't be in a situation like this, is, like we said, communication and boundaries. Most definitely. Like, see, Will and Jada, they obviously don't have any boundaries set up. Like, if you know you're going to be in separation, y'all should have laid this boundaries. Like, yo, you can't be talking to such and such. You can't talk to my friends. Hey, if you are going to talk to somebody, you got to know who it is. You know, just if y'all going to do that kind of thing, like, y'all need to have boundaries so people's feelings won't get hurt. And then when you actually do have a conversation about, you know, what happened, like what's going on with them, when you do have a conversation, don't have it on live TV. You have it behind closed doors, because now you're making yourself look crazy. You got Will out here looking like he about to cry.
He got mad memes on Facebook, like of him about to cry and all that. That's not a good look.
That's not a good look. It's too messy. This shit is messy.
Is too messy.
That shit messy.
Will really needs to, like, he needs to, any man in any relationship, married or not, take control in your relationship. Please take control in your relationship, because with me, I can't go out and do what I want and he think that it ain't gonna fly with him. Oh no, okay?
There's no way Will sat here like this long and didn't even have any idea that she was messing with this man, because she said she was messing with August since like 2016. She said 4 years ago.
Damn.
So, yo, 4 years, you ain't know that your girl was talking to August Alsina. It's not like he's like a low-key guy that nobody knows. You don't got other people. It's either y'all lying or you really didn't know. I mean, but it just sounds too crazy for you not to know nothing. To me, I sound like
anything. It sounds like he didn't know. How it all happened. It sounded like he did not know. It looked like he didn't know. It looked like he did not know about what was going on. He just, when he heard the podcast and heard what was been going on in the media, that's when he was like, what? Like, this what you out here doing? Like, it take for another man to air it out so I can know what's going on, instead of you coming to me and telling me like, hey, I'm doing this and whatnot and whatnot. Always tell your man what you doing. It doesn't matter if y'all together or y'all not together, y'all separate or whatever you say, because at the end of the day, if you really love that person, you need to tell him what's going on. You can't just sit there and expect him to read your mind and be like, oh.
It's all about respecting. You gotta respect that person. Even if y'all separated, you still have a family together. You don't want to
embarrass
yourself and embarrass your partner, the father of your kids. Why would you do that? And just you gotta avoid that at all costs. You can't be airing people like talking about something so personal on live TV. Like you can't do that. Like or you can't be talking about something personal on social media. There's a lot of people I know that sit here and will talk about their relationship issues, and everybody's reading it. They're going off in the comments. They arguing. I'm like, yo, this shit is so tacky. You can't be doing that.
And the Red Table Talk, I commend her for putting it out there. I commend her for talking about it. But I felt as though y'all should have talked about that in private. Nobody need to know what y'all should have said that in private.
They were acting like that was their first time ever talking about this situation. Like that happened like a week before the Red Table Talk. So that means y'all didn't talk like all week. This all week
about it. Y'all this y'all first time on camera saying, you know what? Let's just talk about this because this is the topic that's going on now. No, y'all supposed to. I commend y'all. Y'all said it. Y'all said whatever it is y'all need to say on camera. But I feel as though that you guys should have did it behind the scenes. Y'all should have you should have never did that. I feel like they should never did that podcast in the first place. They should have just.
They should have. I think that they definitely needed to say something because of what August said. Because obviously he said something to the media and. He had y'all looking crazy out here. So obviously you got to say something to die it down a little bit. And that's what they did. But I don't think that was the right way to do it. Like, I don't think having an interview on Red Table Talk was the way to do it. Maybe just tweeting, something like your personal feelings about what August said. Not having a whole interview of you and your husband, first time talking about it. And it just didn't seem like they had the same chemistry. Like, Will seemed sad and hurt while she seems
she looked like she was over there about to laugh the hell out the chair.
Yeah, like she wasn't taking it too serious. It didn't really look like to me.
And then on top of that, when it first popped off, you lied about it. You lied about saying that you didn't do anything with him. When you actually did, you should have just came out and said, yeah, I did.
She did lie about it.
She did.
Right. She did say that she denied it at first. She denied it at first.
Until when Will was like on her, like, yo, just a minute. Like,
and she even tried to make a fake word, entanglement. And Will corrected her right there. It was like, you mean relationship? Like, so like you obviously, I don't know. She's just, I can't blame it all on her because Will needs to take control and make sure you know what your woman's doing. Make sure you put the boundaries down. But then again, she can't be on some sneaky stuff. Like, even though y'all separate, that's your man. Y'all married. You got a family. You got to do better than that. And just being black, and there's a lot of things going on right now. It sucks to see my brothers and sisters looking crazy out here
on TV,
on TV at a time like this. Like, come on, you get your family together. Come on, and that's for anybody. Anybody, get your family.
Y'all the most legendary, people out there.
Black couple, y'all give us faith. Like what they got the J. Cole lyric. I want a relationship like Will and Jada.
Yeah.
And now they got the
y'all out here having.
Like, oh, I don't know about that now.
Now y'all out here having entanglements and problems and whatnot. If y'all feel as though y'all not good for each other, leave each other, be friends, and take care of the kids. That's it.
Yeah. That was another thing that Jada said. She was like. She said that, I quote, even if we're separated, we're still together. My bad about that, guys. Something popped up on the screen. I made a little stupid face real quick. But anyway, yeah, she said, even though we're separated, and he could be on one side of the house, I'll be on the other side of the house, there's no, like, once we're married, there's no turning back. We're locked in. Like, basically saying, even if they're going through problems, they're still going to stay with each other. That sounds a little toxic.
That sound toxic because I'm not about to stay with nobody and we going through problems.
Yeah, they going through problems. They saying they even if they on one side of the house and she on one side of the house, basically saying that even if they separated, they still going to stay together. That means that y'all forcing it. You kind of forcing it low key, like Yeah,
you're forcing a relationship.
Yeah, you want to be happy.
You can't force a relationship. I can't be mad at him and be on one side of the house and he be on one side. I'd be the first one running like, babe, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I personally think that their marriage is toxic. Okay, I don't care what they say. Their marriage is toxic. Because if you could stay together and still keep repeating the same shit that y'all been doing, either lying to each other or y'all have a disagreement or whatever the case may be, why do y'all choose to stay together if you know you're not happy? Like, and you could, Jada really said, she said she was missing something.
Yeah, she said she was missing something.
You obviously is not happy, hon. You're not happy. And you know that will does not make you happy. Go and find somebody else that's going to make you happy. Them kids is grown already. They already know who their father is. Yeah, for real. They grown. Go and find somebody that's going to love you and treat you right or whatever the case may be. Don't stay with Will because you feel as though, oh, yeah, it's the black legendary couple and did no, if you having some problems with your man and y'all on one side of the house and you on the other side, that is some toxic shit. That is some toxic shit.
Yeah, you can't have that.
I can't have that.
But, you know, even though Will and Jada going through these problems together, I still admire their work.
I really do.
I really like a lot of movies that Will been in. And Jada, she's not the best actor. but she definitely played in some good movies that I like. So that goes to my little next topic. Who are your top 3 favorite male actors?
Denzel. You know you got to
she had him on go.
You know you got to throw a little Denzel in there. You feel me? Aquaman. I don't know his real name, but if you know Aquaman. And what's the third one?
Aquaman, that nigga ain't been in no movie.
I don't care. I like Aquaman.
I mean, he been in a few movies. That's the best. His best role.
Who else? I would go with I can't say Richard Pryor is a he was a comedian. He wasn't really on television. So I'm gonna say Bernie Mac.
He acted in some movies.
I'm gonna say Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
I'm gonna say he's a comedian and he was on TV.
And he was an actor. He
was an actor too.
I like that movie Players Club. Bulky naked. Walking naked. That nigga Bernie Mac show.
How about you?
Bernie Mac show. I'm gonna have to say Denzel too.
Denzel.
I like Denzel movies. His movies are fire.
Denzel.
He knows how he has range as an actor. You know, he can play a serious role. He can play his good action movies.
I like The Equalizer. Y'all need to go check out The Equalizer. If y'all didn't go and check out The Equalizer.
You haven't checked out Equalizer. I'm gonna have to say Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo the one that played in Django.
I did not like his role in Django. He was racist as hell in that shit.
I don't like that movie
but
at all.
All his other movies is fire. But yeah, I'm gonna say Leonardo DiCaprio. He also has range and stuff. It's this movie called Covenant, I believe. That's the name of it, and it's really good. You should check it out. It's like it takes place in I believe the 1800s.
That old? I like the 1800s.
Is it the 1800s? No, it's probably, it's sometime during the 1800s. And it's like during the time when when you know they conquered America and they're fighting the natives, and it's like during a war, and he gets split up with the rest of the group. He ends up running into a bear that injures him really bad. He also has a son who's half Native American, half white. So the other white people there's other white soldiers that he's on the team with or whatever, they look at the son like,
all right, don't spoil alert.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's really good. I'm gonna get, you know, we gonna check it out. But anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio, and who else I'm gonna say? My third one,
we also get a bonus one.
My third one, I'm gonna put Samuel.
You motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Okay, and we have a bonus actor. I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx because Jamie Foxx be acting his ass off in movies. He can act,
he can sing. That man is talented.
Very talented. What's your bonus?
My bonus. I'm gonna add a female actor.
You see this? We talking about male actors. He gonna go and add female actors.
I did say male actors. I did, right?
Yeah, but you could add a female.
Entanglement. I ain't gonna say Jada. You know, no offense, Jada. No offense. You know, but you're not in the top 3, top 5. You're not there yet. But I'm gonna say that girl. I forgot her name. She played in Bridesmaids.
Oh, you talking about that?
The
chunky white girl?
She's so funny.
She's funny as hell. I forgot what her name is too.
She has like great humor in movies, and I love it. It's not too many like female comedians that be having me rolling. Nothing against the females, but yo, Shorty be having me rolling. She is funny. But,
on a serious note, though, there's something else that we would like to talk about. This is on a serious note. Besides the whole Jada and Will and August situation, this is just
enough of shaming our black brothers and sisters. I'm tired of seeing us in a light like that. But we really need to be aware about is
why Breanna Taylor and Elijah McClain. Why haven't their stories been out there? Why haven't nobody took action yet? Like, what is going on? Why haven't the officers been arrested yet? What is going on behind the scenes? And we all should be able to know what's going on behind the scenes, because this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable to know that you guys are just killing us black people for no apparent reason because of white power. Like, come on now. Like, we need to stand together and we need to say these people names, because they deserve to be heard. They didn't deserve what happened to them. One was in their house sleeping, and the other one was what he was doing, walking to the store or something. I ain't read it all yet, but at the end of the day, he's still a black brother.
I read it. So based off, like, because I was looking at CBS News.
What CBS said?
And of course, the whole Breanna Taylor situation. The police fired at her inside the house 20 times, hit Breanna Taylor 8 times. She unluckily passed away. The husband was arrested, but he got released on bail.
My thing is, why y'all arresting the man?
Hold on. Yeah, that is crazy. How you arrest a man for protecting his house? That's outrageous. And then the other cops haven't been arrested or anything. That's unacceptable. So not only has Tiana Taylor's
Breanna.
Yeah. I said
Tiana. Hi, Tiana. Good girl. We love your music.
Yeah, her music is fire. Not only has Breanna Taylor's killers not been arrested, they got fired, but they haven't been arrested. So I feel like they're really not going as hard as they should be. The mayor took so long just to even look into the investigation. The mayor is also a black male, and not only is he a black male, nothing against you, love who you love. He marries a white lady.
Oh Lord,
of course. And
Lord.
This is months after the Breanna Taylor killing. He's getting married and smiling. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, yo, brother, we out here getting killed, and you over here smiling with the enemy at the moment. Not all of them are enemies. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of white people that are cool as hell. But yo, this is the time we need to unite. You over here smiling, having fun and shit, while Breanna Taylor's killers is walking free. None of them have been none of them have been arrested or convicted for the killing of Breanna Taylor. While they're walking free, they intruded into her home, shot her 8 times.
They didn't even look over to see if she was okay or anything. They didn't go over
there to check on her and to see if she was still alive and she was okay. They went into the wrong house looking for narcotics. They didn't find anything. They didn't find not one thing. They said the person that they were looking for with the narcotics got arrested earlier that day. So not only are y'all doing your job wrong, not only did they have the new law, the no-knock warrant. Yeah. Not only did you walk inside the house without a warrant, you want to kill her in her own house and arrest her husband who was protecting the house. This is outrageous. All these cop killers, especially the ones that killed her, need to be arrested immediately. They need to go to jail. That's where they need to be at. I don't know why this is taking this long. Y'all have clear evidence. The only thing they don't have is video footage. I think that's what's making it so hard. But yo, you have clear evidence on what's going on. She needs to be. They need to be arrested.
They all need to get their jobs taken and arrested for what they have done. The same thing for Elijah too. They need to get arrested and they need to be accounted for what they done. If you could sit out here and arrest a black person for going in the store and robbing the store, they could get arrested for shooting somebody too.
I was looking at this article. I was reading this article on New York Times. Y'all can check it out if y'all want. and it was talking about the whole Elijah McClain case, and they said only the cops have been fired. They only been fired on July 3rd. This is recent. Elijah McClain got killed last August. So it took these cops to get fired this long. How many months? Let's count. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That's almost a whole year. That's 11 months. It led into the next year, July 3rd. You finally firing the cops, and none of them has been arrested. Man, and they talk about we don't like, or we black people we complaining, or we're savages and stuff.
No.
This is savagery. Y'all killing us, and they just getting away with it. Like,
this is savage. This is savage. If this whole Black Lives Matter movement didn't go on, and George Floyd didn't make the trend for this to go on.
Thank God he set the trend, because we're really aware now, and we need to keep it pushing. We can't be forgetting about it. If he didn't make
this trend, I swear to God to you, none of these people that we have mentioned, they would have swept all of that under the rug.
Because that's what they were doing. They said, oh, every time you read up on the cases, they're like, yeah, the case been dismissed. Case been dismissed. Now it's reopening and back, and you could see the unfairness treatment of us. Like, you could see it. Like, they were talking about Elijah McClain, right? I was reading on the New York Times, and they were saying basically, if it was a white man, right? Because Elijah McClain, he was just walking from the store. He had a ski mask on. It was open. A lady called saying, oh, he looks suspicious. The police stopped him. He's like, oh, he had his headphones in. He's like, oh, I'm just walking to my house. You know, he said, I'm different, because they were like, yo, they were trying to tell him to get on the ground, like, put your hands behind your back, off rip. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask him any questions. They didn't question him. They just got straight to the point. And when they were arresting him, they felt like he was resisting. They said he was resisting. But really, brother was just saying he was different. Like, you know, he wasn't all the way there in the head. You know, Elijah was a different child. So then the GoPro, you can see in the footage if you ever check it out, the GoPro falls on the ground from all the officers. You can't even see any more footage. You just hear him rumbling and stuff like that. All you hear is, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. The cop has him in the chokehold. He ends up being unconscious. The paramedics come, more police come. They get him amphetamine because he's obviously, you know, not all the way there. He's about to die. So they rush him to the hospital. During the hospital drive to the hospital, whatever, he had a heart attack, and he ended up passing away. So, like, yo, this don't sound like a clear murder. Like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Like, we got footage. The cops have the GoPros. They get lost. He gets choked out. You hear on the camera saying, yo, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It's the way you're holding me. He's saying it. He's saying it. And y'all taking this long to arrest these men. On top of that, the men just came over there and read him any rights. Just got him, grabbed him, roughed him up, got him in a chokehold. He said he was walking home. The lady that called and said that he looked suspicious, she didn't say what he was doing. She just said he was walking and that he looked suspicious. She didn't say he had a gun. She didn't say anything about that. And that brings me back to my point on the New York Times. They said it'll be a case where a white man has a gun, has a pistol, is armed, and y'all escort this man so nicely to a vehicle. But when it's one of us, we're unarmed, we have our hands up, we get the roughest treatment ever, and we end up dying.
Lip busted, either dying for it, like
we end up dying
critical condition, all that. But be mindful when you're out in the street, and I'm saying this to all you black men and women, when you're out there in the street, just conduct yourself as such. Don't get yourself into any trouble. And if you do get yourself into trouble, know your rights.
Know your rights. Follow up on your amendments. Know your rights. Definitely stay informed about that, because these police, they know that we don't know our rights. And that's why they try to manipulate the system. That's why they try to manipulate us.
So take some time to go research your rights. Know your amendments. Know what you can say, what you cannot say. Because if you say what you have to say to these cops and you know your rights, they're going to look at you like, damn, they really do know they shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that will get them nervous.
You get them real nervous and they'll back off.
And they'll back the fuck off. But you not saying stuff and you just going with the project. Of course, listen to what the officer says, man. Because you know they'll shoot your ass real quick. Obviously, just cooperate. But then again, know your rights.
Know your rights.
Yeah, don't be no sucker. Don't like do everything they're saying. Because at the end of the day, you still are a human being. Don't let them treat you like you're any different. You're as equal as everybody else. That same treatment that he gives his white fellow citizen, you need the same treatment. And if he's not giving you that, you need to correct him on that.
Exactly.
Speak up. And if you see something wrong, you speak up on it. All these people that know this is wrong, that, you know, the people that killed Breanna Taylor, the officers that killed Elijah McClain, and they see that is blatantly wrong, you need to speak up, even if it's not your race.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, to end off on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're going to be back on another one next week. And you guys have a nice day. It's your boy.
Oh, and one more thing. I have to give a shout out to somebody because, you know what I mean? I have to give this shout out. Today's my mom's birthday. My mom made 50. So, happy birthday, money.
Happy birthday, Mom.
You feel me?
Happy
so,
birthday.
in the comments, just wish my mom a happy birthday. And I wish y'all have a good day.
And I wish y'all have
a good
night. Good night. Deuces. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Todd Flexington.